Hello everyone, we are back with a little Christmas special. We've got an activity that you can do with your family by making natural Christmas ornaments. So in order to do this, we're primarily going to use pine needles. So go harvest a few pine branches. It's one of the few green things that are out in the garden. Of course, longer needles work better. So we've gone ahead and stripped a few of those pine needles off and have a bundle of them here. What you're going to do is just grab a few of those pine needles. Again, you want them to be about the same length, so if you have any that are longer, pull those out. What we're going to do is get some of our wire here. This is just decorative wire that we found at a craft store. It comes in a lot of different colors. Right now it's Christmas colors, so that works nicely. It's about an 18 gauge wire, so it's pretty malleable and flexible for us. What we're going to do is cut a length twice the length of our needles. You can see here we've got a couple of samples that we can show you. This wire we cut too short. It is exactly the length of the needles, and that is too short. This wire is much longer, and what we're going to do is we're going to start our wire going around the bundle at the end of those needles, and we're just going to keep it going around and wrap it down the length of our needles. If you can kind of do it uniformly, that's best, but it's not an exact thing. So as we work our way down, we should have a little wire left over. We're just going to wrap it towards the end because we're starting to get some of those shorter needles there. So now we have a bundle of needles wired up with this red wire. This allows us to make them flexible. So see, all of a sudden they're going to hold the shape that we want them to move in. Now at this point, you can go ahead and make them into a loop and wire them up if you want. And what that's going to do is now it gives us a loop of pine needles, and you can see I have another one here that we're going to join together. We're going to use another piece of wire here. It doesn't have to be quite as long, but I've got a longer piece here. And we're just going to wrap those two pieces together. And all of a sudden, you now have a heart. And we can, because this wire is so long, we'll just go ahead and pull it up through the top of this and make our Christmas loop right here. So I'm just kind of twisting that around the top of that. And we have a nice decorative Christmas ornament made out of pine needles. And you can be really creative about this. The other thing that you can do, here we've got some wrapped with gold wire. You can see we didn't complete the loops on this. We didn't go ahead and wire them together. What you can do here is you can wire the tops together and wire the bottoms together. I'll go ahead and show you how to do that. Just wrap that wire around on one of them. The other one we're going to cut it, and pruners actually work great to cut this wire. So we're going to wrap that wire down at the bottom. I cut the other piece off, and we will use that now to wire the top part together. And you can actually kind of pull that out, you can see, and get that done. And then because it's got wire all over it, just flatten that back out again, and you have yourself a heart. So we can use ribbon or whatever to make our loop to attach it to our tree. But it's a cute little Christmas ornament, and the nice thing about using pine needles is even if you hang these on an artificial tree, it's going to give you that pine fresh smell to your tree. While hearts are the easiest thing to make, you can make a lot of other things such as bows, something that looks like a Christmas kitchen whisk with a cinnamon stick. You can make other loops or even a little tree with a star on top of it. You can just be really creative. You can add things to it like cinnamon sticks, bells, Christmas buttons, and different types of ribbon. Now for kids, it might be easier for them to handle the pipe cleaners, and those work well also. If you want to try something other than pine needles, you can even use sticks. And here you can see we've made Christmas stars out of equally sized sticks. And the trick to do that is you're going to want to get 2 twigs and make V's out of them. So you're going to make 2 V's out of 4 twigs. And then you're going to cross those V's, and we'll just wire the top up here together, and then we'll get another twig to attach across there. And so that gives us our star. Again, you can use ribbon to make your loop to hang it on the tree, but you can get really creative with this. You can use anything from outside in the garden. We've also collected some red twig dogwood, which would make red stars for your Christmas tree. So I hope you enjoy this activity. It's a great, inexpensive way to entertain the family this holiday season. From Oklahoma Gardening, we want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.